Hey guys, Austin back with another inflatable review. Not a review, just a display review, I guess is what you could call it. This is a side view from the road. I decided I'd get out here and do the Christmas view for you guys before I have it slip my mind like I kind of did Halloween, because I like to still get more views on that video. If you guys would go and view it, I'd really appreciate it. But I will, God, excuse me, I'm sorry. I will tell you guys that this is not really my full-on display. I had complications with wind the past few days, and you see that little spot down there like below the, let me zoom in on the Charlie Brown free piece right there I'm zoomed in on. That area below it is dark and it has something missing. Well, that something would end up being my animated 2009 Santa Claus Big Lots brand airplane. And the main reason why it's not in the display is that yesterday we had a horrific windstorm, and apparently the tether cords did not hold it that good and the stakes did not hold it that good. But apparently it also ended up dragging it off of down here where the base area was, and it blew it onto the driveway. So we are currently having complications with that model as of just right now speaking so. And one of the inflatables I'm getting ready to show you first off, I will say will not be in the display next year, because after this year, it's going to head to the scrap yard because it ain't that good anymore. Its motor's gotten weak. It's a very old inflatable. But this is the, what I call the 2007 8-foot tall Santa Claus. Probably making its last year into the display, because if you can tell down here at its motor, it's kind of got like an issue, like it will not blow itself all the way up because its motor's starting to get weak. And I hate so bad that this thing is starting to get weak, because it is like one of my original inflatables that is currently getting ready to be the third inflatable to hit the scrapper, because I removed a snowman last year that was an original, and I also removed one of my old winter snow globes as an original too. But I can assure you this will not be in the display of 2018 for Christmas. So that's that. But starting out, we've got my free-piece peanuts. I recently put some new lights in it because Charlie Brown's head was blown, and Snoopy has had an issue with his head. It don't have a light in it, so that's why he looks so dim on the inflatable, but the tree's lit up and the doghouse is lit up. This is my one. This will honestly be like my last original inflatable in my display after I remove the Santa Claus. If I can ever get my old polar bear that I featured in my last video, I don't think I may have, but I think it was where the siding ripped off of it and I had to put out like my new one last year that I'm getting ready to show you as I come over here around in a minute. But this will be my last original old inflatable in my display after I take out the Santa Claus, because I'm also not using my rotating carousel snow globe this year because its rotator's broken and the snow just leaks out of it and it don't stay in it. So this will be my last original in the display after this year. New for 2017, my new animated pop out of the chimney Grinch. And if you see all that kaleidoscope on it, I bought a kaleidoscope projection at Lowe's, Fire and Ice red and green kaleidoscope. Very nice. I had some complications with the first projector that I bought because it stopped working after the first night of use. But this is my animated Grinch that pops out of a chimney, and it's got, however, I will go around the back and show you. To anybody who buys this one, be careful. I always bag these ones. It's got a cheap fan. You really can't see it, but it's down there you can sort of see it, and I'll show you the cord does cut over here in the kaleidoscope a little bit. And that's what I don't like about these cheap fans, is that they have all these LEDs in them, and if you can kind of see that black strand down there, like down here across from the garbage bag, you can see it better. That black cord being it has a cheap fan on it, and this thing is a cool model to say the least, but it has got a cheap fan on it, so I will forewarn you, if you buy this, you probably want to tie it up in a trash bag in a bag to keep it from blowing out, because it hasn't been but 3 or 4 weeks into my display, and already one of my new ones from last year that have these cheap fans on it have blown out. But I just want to caution you if you try to buy this model. It's a good model to have, and it's very nice. It's got one of the bigger adapters on it, but be careful when out of the way you rig it up. Okay, now we're going back down the middle front real quick. Taking on a weird route. But here's my 2014 Snowman Penguin Grill Kiss the Cook inflatable. Got it off the display at Lowe's about 3 years back, and Always been a really, really cool free piece. I've liked this one and the Snoopy free piece really, really good. Very, very cool model. New for 2017, my 2016 Kaleidoscope kind of rip-off cheap fan Kaleidoscope Big Lots Snowman. Got it from Big Lots last year, one of the 3 or 4 new for 2016s that I bought but didn't display it last year because it was a Christmas present that I got from my mom and my sister. Very, very nice. It and the Grinch are pretty close to each other because I like to have my special light effects in the same area. Gotta get me another projector hopefully soon. My 2015 Polar Bear Swim Team model with the shiver effect in it. Another one of those little trendy animated inflatables, considering right now I only have 2 animateds in my collection right now because the airplane had its foul up the other day. But another very big fan favorite among myself. My 2014 Snoopy and Woodstock on a moped. I got this one also off display at Lowe's the same day I ended up buying the 3-piece Snowman Grill Penguin. And it's one of my favorite Peanuts inflatables other than the 3-piece. The other one has poor lighting on it, but I might try to get it at a spotlight soon. Just one of those ones I've never had the time to find a spotlight for. But now I bought 3 of them, so hopefully I'll have a spotlight on the other Snoopy soon too. Coming back over here towards my only spotlight I have in the display for the reason that I had last year for my new for 2016 reindeer, because it was kind of a 2016 new model, and I had it displayed last year in place of my Polar Bear like I was talking about a minute ago. I had it out, and fortunately its LEDs didn't work that good, and it's a cheap fan, so I had to put a flood spotlight on it to keep it visible to everybody from the road, because it's very, very dim unless you see it from the road with the spotlight on it. But I've always enjoyed this model. I always wanted to have a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at some point. And by far my favorite new for 2016, despite the snowman, the new for 2016 North Pole Beach penguin scene. I've always wanted to have one of these where it's like it has like the inflatable where it's like there's things sliding down something, because Lowe's has been popular for this in the past where they've had like multi-pieces inflatables, and this truly is no exception to the magic that they work trying to make those multi-piece inflatables with Holiday Living and Jimmy kind of in a joint operation. They do good at what they do, and by far this is an MVP in my book. You can kind of see the reflection off that projector I've got on the Grinch down there, and you can see the one penguin standing up right there on top of the ladder with that shadow off the spotlight. Very, very cool how it interacts with everything. Kind of see all that little bubbliness up there on there. That's the spotlight projector from the Kaleidoscope. And last but certainly not least, this is the one I was telling you guys about that I had issues with the motor and those little adapters. My new for 2017 8-foot tall gingerbread men. Very, very nice model. I had to get a new adapter from Yard Inflatables off the internet, and as you can see right there, if you can see that, it's trash bagged up for protection. That way it will not blow the adapter again, because the thing that I've had commonly happen with these kind of inflatables is that the adapter will get fried due to rain, ice, or snow, and you really got to watch that because it can really screw one up, and you'll be out like $25 if you go to Yard Inflatables, because depending on where you live, they're based out of Ohio, and they sell those little adapters for 13 bucks. But at the same time, if you live down here in like the southeastern states like Tennessee where I live, you need to watch out on these adapters, because I trust you, buddy, they will rip you a good one with a shipping bill. And this thing is about the size, smaller than the palm of my hand. This is how small these little adapters are. I could probably show you if I ever did an unboxing review of a small cheap adapter fan. And as a matter of fact, I think I do have one out there of my summer beach snowman that I did over this past summer, where I wanted to get off of diecast reviews and everything. But enough about me rambling on about my little rut about the adapters. But that's my 2017 display so far. I will keep you guys posted. I'm planning on getting the airplane back out in the display eventually. So comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.